Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. So, today we're going to be talking about Jupiter retrograde in the sign of Taurus. And, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. If you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, so this is going to be predictions for all signs. When I look at transits, always look from your Ascendant, your Moon, and your Sun. Reason being, Ascendant is your overall path in life. So it's very important to look at your Ascendant in the birth chart. You also look at the Moon. Moon is your mind and emotions. It's how you think and feel about your reality. So looking from the Moon is also very important because it can actually show real life events taking place in your life. Now, Sun is your soul. It's what your soul is experiencing. So yes, look at transits from the Sun as well. Alright. But this Jupiter retrograde is going to be taking place in the sign of Taurus from October 9th to February 4th. Now, when Jupiter is retrograde, it's not like Saturn, where Saturn wants you to go back and fix something. Jupiter is going back to help you. I mean, Saturn is too, just in a harsher way. But Jupiter is going back to try to protect you and help you in some area. So, overall, Jupiter is a benefic planet. So Jupiter is fairly positive. But now Jupiter's focus is no longer on the sign of Taurus. See, when a planet is retrograde, especially one of the bigger, slower moving planets, Mercury being the only real exception here, you see the planet's focus is actually on the previous house, the previous sign. So Jupiter is going to be exerting its influence in the sign of Aries, not in the sign of Taurus. So let's dig in and we're going to look at it from every sign. Let's get to it. Alright, Aries, kicking us off with you like always. So Aries, for you, Jupiter is retrograde in the second house in the sign of Taurus, but it's exerting its energy in the first house. And Jupiter is your 9th and 12th lord. Now, second house is family. It's your earnings, your savings. It's your speech. So Jupiter is now leaving this house and exerting its energy, its focus, in the first house. So first house is you. It's your physical body. It's your health. So, the focus is no longer on your family. Now the focus needs to be on you. Now you have to spend that money that you made on yourself. Maybe you're trying to improve your health during this time. Maybe you're just trying to improve your health. That's generally what this is about. But overall, this is blessing and protecting your body. But now that's where the focus has to be, because the weight of Jupiter is now being felt there. Now, Jupiter is also your 9th and your 12th lord in the first house. So here we see your father could be more involved with you, or your father figure. Here we see there's more luck for you. You are feeling lucky with this retrograde. Maybe you weren't before, outside of your family and your finances, but with your health, maybe you weren't feeling lucky. Maybe personally you weren't feeling all that lucky, but now that will improve. Here we see you can become more spiritual, more religious. you need to receive more education while Jupiter is retrograde here. Now is a good time for that, because the ninth lord of education is here. Here you could be dealing with your guru, meeting your guru, dealing with more educated people, dealing with foreigners, because the ninth and 12th lord of foreign lands, foreign people, is in the first house. 12th lord in the first house. You're going to need to invest in you. Like I said, focus is no longer on your family and your finances. Now it needs to be on you. Now, Jupiter is also going to have its usual 5th, 7th, and 9th aspect. So let's talk about those. So the 5th aspect is going to fall in your 5th house. 5th house is romance, fun and games, children, students, subordinates, it's education. It's speculative gains through gambling, through stock market, through business. 5th house is politics, it's education. It's creativity, arts, sports. So here we see your children are going to be protected during this time. We see you could begin a new romance. Things will go well in your education. This is a great time for education, because Jupiter won't just be aspecting the 5th house of education, but the 9th house of higher education. So this is a great time for education in particular. Also, you can gain through speculation during this time. Now, Jupiter will also aspect your 7th house with its 7th aspect. So 7th house is relationships, marriage, business partner, the masses. So here we see you could begin a relationship. Things will go well in your relationship, in your marriage during this time. Jupiter is blessing and protecting this area of life. Your spouse's health will improve during this time. Things will go well in business if you're in business. Your business partner will do well as well. Also, your relationship with the masses will be better. So whatever recognition you have in this world, that will improve during this time, whether you're famous or not. Now, Jupiter will also aspect your 9th house. So 9th house is father figures. It's your mentors, teachers, gurus. It's religion, philosophy, the law. It's long distance travel, pilgrimage. It's higher education. It's publishing. It's your luck and fortune. So here, Jupiter is going to expand your luck and your fortune. Here, relationship with your father will be very good during this time. Or your father figure, if your father's not in your life. Long distance travel could be good during this time as well. You'll be protected during those travels. And like I said, in education, this will be very good for you, Aries. Alright, that's what I have for you. Moving on to Taurus. Taurus. So Jupiter is retrograde in your 1st house. But when a planet's retrograde, outside of Mercury, it behaves like it's in the previous house. So Jupiter is no longer acting like it's in the 1st house. It's acting like it's in your 12th house. So Jupiter was blessing and protecting your body, your physical health, you. But now Jupiter's in the 12th. So 12th house is bed pleasure, sex and sleep. It's spirituality. It's isolation. Anywhere you feel isolated, jails, hospitals, asylums, monasteries. It's losses of all kinds, including financial. It's investing, because to invest money, you have to temporarily lose money before you make any. 12th house is foreign lands, foreign people, multinational companies. So Jupiter is retrograding and behaving like it's here in the sign of Aries, your 12th house, as the 8th and 11th lord. So here we see you need more time alone. This is a great time to isolate yourself more. Here we see your older siblings, your friends could go to foreign lands. You yourself could suddenly go to foreign lands with the 8th lord being there. Here you could gain a lot through investing because the 11th lord will be in the 12th house. Here we see you will sleep better. Could even have a better sex life. 8th lord of sex is in the 12th house of sex. Now here we see investments can grow during this time. This is a great time for investing in particular. Now we also see though that you could lose some friends as well. Friends could become more spiritual. Same thing could take place with elder siblings, with a paternal aunt or uncle. Here we see your hopes, wishes, and desires to go to a foreign land could be fulfilled. If you didn't get to when Jupiter was in Aries before, now you can go. Now that opportunity is there. Especially if your dasha is supporting, because that's the most important thing. Your planetary or sign-based time periods. Okay, but now we gotta talk about the aspects of Jupiter. So, Jupiter has a 5th, a 7th, and a 9th aspect. So the 5th aspect is going to fall in the 4th house. So 4th house is your mother figures. It's home, land, real estate. It's vehicles. It's your comfort, your happiness. So here we see mother is going to be protected during this time because Jupiter's aspect is the most benefic part of Jupiter. Where it sits, there can be negatives. For instance, Jupiter in your 12th house will expand your losses. You got to be careful with that. But Jupiter here does show your mother will be protected. Home, land, real estate will be protected. Could even expand. For instance, you could expand your home during this time. You could invest in new property. You could upgrade a home. You could get a new car. Here, Jupiter is protecting your comfort and your happiness with that 5th aspect. Because Jupiter will aspect from Aries, not from Taurus. Now, 7th aspect will fall in your 6th house. So 6th house is your maternal aunts and uncles. It's your pets. It's your coworkers. 6th house is everyday work, everyday routines. It's debt. It's conflict. It's competition, sports. It's your enemies. It's health issues and accidents. So, with Jupiter's aspect here, this is a bit of a mixed bag. Jupiter is blessing you and protecting you, yes, but Jupiter is not purely positive here. So Jupiter is going to bless and protect your maternal aunts and uncles, your pets. You could even get more pets during this time because Jupiter's aspect expands. But this can also expand negative things. You could take on more debt. Debt can grow during this time, and maybe that's why you're having expanded losses. Your enemies could expand, meaning you could make more enemies. Now, Jupiter, though, may expand these things, but Jupiter will also help you solve these things as well. Remember, Jupiter's the guru. His job is to teach you. So you gotta learn the lesson. Alright. But this can also expand your work. So you could have more work. That could be a very good thing. Here you can do service for others, for large organizations. 11th Lord is aspecting. Here you can suddenly defeat your enemies, because the 8th Lord is aspecting. But yeah, this is definitely a mixed bag. But Jupiter is protecting you from health issues and accidents. And if you do have an accident, then Jupiter is showing you will be protected, especially when you go to a hospital, because 12th house is hospitals. Now, Jupiter is also going to aspect the 8th house. So, 8th house is in-laws, joint finances and relationships and in business. It's other people's money. 8th house is research and the occult. It's sex. It's sun ups and downs and transformation. It's psychological baggage. It's surgeries. It's death, wills, inheritance, estates, legacies. So, with this, we see Jupiter is protecting your in-laws. Jupiter is expanding your joint finances and relationships and in business. This aspect is actually very good. Jupiter is in the 12th house of hospitals, aspecting the 8th house of surgery. If you need a surgery, now is a great time to get one, as soon as Jupiter goes retrograde. Because Jupiter is protecting you. Jupiter is helping that surgery go well. Jupiter is expanding your occult pursuits. If you're delving into astrology, tarot, the esoteric arts in general. Jupiter is helping you in your research. Jupiter is helping you dig deep. Okay. But that's what I have for you, Taurus. Moving on to Gemini. Alright, Gemini. So, for you, Jupiter is retrograde in your 12th house in the sign of Taurus. But when a planet's retrograde, other than Mercury, it behaves like it's in the previous house. So, Jupiter is going to be acting like it's transiting in Aries, your 11th house. And Jupiter is your 7th and 10th Lord. So, with this, we see Jupiter is no longer expanding your losses. Jupiter is now trying to expand your gains. Jupiter is saying, you've been losing too much money. Let me help you. So now Jupiter is giving you more money, giving you opportunities to make money. 11th house is your hopes, wishes, and desires. It's gains. It's your elder siblings, your paternal aunts and uncles, your friends, your network circle, large organizations. So, we also see things will go well for your elder siblings during this time. For your paternal aunts and uncles. They're being protected. Here, your friend circle can expand. Your network circle can expand. Because Jupiter's expansion. Here we see business will provide you gains. Because the 7th Lord is in the 11th house. Here we see your career, your status will gain. So you will see gain of career, gain of status, because of the 10th Lord in the 11th house. So overall, this is a very good transit. There's very little negative with this. Also, there is potential for you to have children with this. Why? 7th Lord is in the 11th house. 11th house is 5th from the 7th. It's the children of your spouse. And Jupiter is also going to aspect your 5th house. And Jupiter is a significator of children. So if your dasha is supporting, definitely that could take place. Okay. But let's talk about the aspects of Jupiter overall. So Jupiter has a 5th, a 7th, and a 9th aspect. And it will aspect from the sign of Aries. So 5th aspect is falling on your 3rd house. 3rd house is your younger siblings, your cousins, your neighbors. It's communication of all kinds, including writing. It's media, internet, social media. It's self-effort. It's 8th from the 8th house, so it's a higher form of sun ups and downs and transformation. It's transformation through self-effort. 3rd house is sports. It's art. It's travel, especially short distance travel, but it can even be long distance travel because it's 12th from the 4th house. Furthest place away from your homeland. So with this, we see younger siblings are going to be protected. Jupiter is protecting your younger siblings. Protecting your cousins, protecting your neighbors. Jupiter here is blessing your communication. You'll be communicating with more wisdom during this transit of Jupiter retrograde, behaving like it's in Aries. Here we see your media presence, your social media presence will grow. Marketing and sales will do well for you during this time because Jupiter is expanding this. And don't forget, Jupiter is the 7th and 10th Lord. These are the houses of fame. 7th house, 10th from the 10th, higher form of your status. 10th house, the original house of status. So Jupiter is providing that avenue. Here Jupiter is helping your art, helping you in sports. Now, Jupiter's 7th aspect is going to fall in the 5th house. 5th house is romance, fun and games, children, students, subordinates. It's education. It's creativity, arts, sports. It's speculative gain through stock market, through gambling, through business. 5th house is also politics. So with Jupiter aspecting here, we see children can expand. There can be more children. If you don't want children, use protection. But we do see that's a possibility. Here, speculative gains can grow and expand. Jupiter's in the 11th house, expanding your gains. And 11th house is stock market, 5th house is stock market. So definitely stock market, could be a good thing to invest in during this time. But be careful, because Jupiter's been showing you've been dealing with too many losses with it retrograding from the sign of Taurus. But here we see your education will go well during this time. Jupiter is helping your educational pursuits. If you're in politics, Jupiter will aid you during this time. Here you could begin a new romance, especially because Jupiter is the 7th Lord of relationships. And now let's talk about that. Jupiter's 9th aspect will fall in the 7th house. 7th house of relationships. Marriage, business partnerships, 7th house of the masses. So here, definitely, you could begin a new relationship if your dasha is supporting. Dasha being your planetary or sign-based time period. 7th house, is your relationship partner. So here we see, your partner is protected. Jupiter is blessing and protecting your partner. Blessing and protecting your business and your business partner. Here, business can expand and grow. Also, your fame can grow out in the world because 7th house is 10th from the 10th. Okay. But yeah, so overall, this is a very good transit for you, Gemini. Alright, moving on to Cancer. Cancer, 1 second. I need a drink. Alright, Cancer. So, Jupiter is retrograding in the sign of Taurus, your 11th house. Now, when a planet retrogrades outside of Mercury, they behave like they're in the previous house. So Jupiter is going to act like it's in Aries, but it still brings that energy of the 11th house. Otherwise, it would just be direct. So, this retrograde shows that you've been focusing too much on your friends, your elder siblings, your network circle. Focusing too much on your hopes, wishes, and desires. Now it's time to be grounded and practical. It's time to focus on the 10th house. So 10th house is your career. It's your status. It's your workplace, your managers, your bosses. 10th house is government, especially national government. 10th house is your fame in the world. 10th house is the highest house of karma. It's your karmic actions that the world notices. So even if you're retired, 10th house matters. So with this, we see now work is expanding. The workplace is expanding. Your career is expanding. Here we see your career is protected. Your status is protected. And Jupiter is your 6th and your 9th lord in the 10th house. So we do see there will be some negatives here because Jupiter primarily rules your 6th house with the sign of Sagittarius. So you will deal with conflict in your career. You will have to fight in your career if you want things to happen. But Jupiter is also your 9th lord of luck. So you have luck in overcoming these battles. But you will have enemies to deal with. You may even have to take on debt on behalf of your career during this time. Because the 6th lord of debt will behave like it's in the 10th house. Now, let's talk about the aspects of Jupiter. So Jupiter has a 5th, a 7th, and a 9th aspect. So, 5th aspect will fall in the 2nd house, sign of Leo, because Jupiter will aspect like it's in Aries. So, 2nd house is your family, your finances, your earnings, your savings. It's your speech. So here we see family is expanding. Maybe you have family members that are having children. Here we see family is protected. Also, 2nd house is your finances. Here, finances are expanding. They're growing. Now, you're not having, massive gains like the 11th house, but you are still gaining. 2nd house is more like your paycheck. It's like regular, steady income. So here we see your bank account is expanding. Your finances are still growing. Now, 7th aspect is going to fall in the 4th house. 4th house is your mother figures. It's your home, land, real estate. It's vehicles. It's your comfort and your happiness. So here we see mother is protected. Your home is protected. Your vehicles are protected. And we also see your comfort and happiness is protected. We see an expansion of these things as well. Meaning what? Meaning you could expand your home. Maybe you're renovating. Maybe you're getting a new home. Maybe you're getting a new car. Here you're becoming happier with that aspect of Jupiter here. Now, Jupiter is also going to aspect your 6th house with its 9th aspect. So 6th house is your maternal aunts and uncles. It's your coworkers. It's your pets. It's your everyday work, everyday routines. It's your enemies. It's debt. It's health issues and accidents. It's conflict, legal disputes, competition. So it's also a house of sports. So here we see Jupiter is protecting your maternal aunts and uncles. Jupiter is protecting your pets, your coworkers. Here you'll see pets can expand, meaning you could get more pets. Here we see you could get more coworkers, which means your career, the company you work for, or your business could be expanding. But 6th house is also a house of enemies. It's a house of debt. Jupiter will expand these, meaning there will be more enemies. You will make more enemies through your career. Your debt will expand. Remember, I said you might have to take on debt for your career. But Jupiter is a benefic. So Jupiter is also going to help you deal with these. Jupiter is going to help you overcome that debt. Jupiter is going to help you defeat your enemies. Why? Jupiter is the mentor, the teacher, the guru. His main job is to teach you a lesson, to educate you. So, you have to learn. How are you going to learn if you don't go through it? If you don't step through that fire? Also, Jupiter is protecting you from health issues and accidents here. Alright, that's what I have for you, Cancer. Moving on to Leo. Alright, Leo. So, Jupiter is retrograde in the sign of Taurus, your 10th house. Now, Jupiter, retrograde, any planet when it's retrograde besides Mercury, behaves like it's in the previous sign and house, though. So, Jupiter is going to give results from Aries. And Jupiter is your 5th and 8th lord in the 9th house. So, first off, we see Jupiter is moving 12 places away from itself, where it was in the 10th house, meaning now is not the time to focus on your career. Now you're going back. Your career is not what you need to pay attention to. Maybe now you have to get education on behalf of your career. Like, let's talk about all the significations of the 9th house real quick. 9th house is your father figures. It's your mentors, teachers, gurus. It's religion, philosophy, the law. It's higher education, especially beyond a bachelor's degree. It's long distance travel, pilgrimage. It's publishing. It's luck and fortune. So, here we see Jupiter is showing, don't focus on your career right now. Focus on your father. Travel. Receive more education. Because later, when Jupiter goes direct, it will benefit you in your career. Here, Jupiter is saying, now, I'm going to help you be more lucky. Jupiter is expanding your luck. Expanding your religious education. Your philosophical education. But Jupiter is the 5th lord and the 8th lord in the 9th house. So here we see a transformation of luck could take place here. Here we see father could need a surgery. But this surgery would go well because Jupiter is protecting your father. Here we see 5th Lord of Children is now in the 9th house of Ancestors. And Jupiter is the main significator of children. If you are in a planetary or sign-based dasha or time period that supports having children, now is the time you could have a child. Jupiter is helping that happen. Also, here we see a romance could take place in a foreign land or a far-off place when you travel, a place of higher learning. Here we see education going into higher education. So this is very good. Also, the 5th Lord of speculative gains is in the 9th house of luck. So, in speculative gains, yes, even in gambling, there can be luck. Don't overdo it. Alright. Now, let's talk about the aspects of Jupiter. So Jupiter has a 5th, a 7th, and a 9th aspect. Now, these are going to be from the sign of Aries, where Jupiter is acting like it is. So, from Aries, Jupiter will aspect the 1st house. So 1st house is you, your physical health, your body. So here Jupiter is blessing and protecting you. That's a very good thing, but Jupiter is also expansion. So here you may notice you could actually gain some weight during this transit. Be careful if you don't want that. Now, Jupiter is also going to aspect your 3rd house. So, 3rd house is your younger siblings, your cousins, your neighbors. It's communication of all kinds, including writing. It's marketing, sales. It's self-effort. It's the higher form of sun ups and downs and transformation because it's 8th from the 8th. So transformation through self-effort. It's travel, especially short distance travel, but it could even be long distance travel because it's 12th from the 4th house. Furthest place away from your homeland. 3rd house is also your skills. It's sports, it's arts. It's media, it's social media. So with this, we see younger siblings are being protected during this time because Jupiter is aspecting here. Here is definitely a good time to travel because Jupiter is going to be in the 9th house and aspecting the 3rd house. This is a very good time for travel. Here we see your skills are expanding and growing, maybe because of all that education you've been getting. But here we see you would do well in art, in creativity, in sports. Jupiter is helping you in these areas. In marketing and sales. Jupiter is blessing your communication. During this time, you will communicate with more wisdom than you normally do. You will be able to convey it better. Now, Jupiter is also going to aspect your 5th house with its 9th aspect. So, 5th house is romance, fun and games, children, students and subordinates. It's education. It's speculative gains through stock market, through gambling, through business. It's a house of politics. So, here we see Jupiter is expanding your speculative gains. Like I said, it could be a good time for that. Here, once again, definitely could have children if your dasha is supporting. This is definitely a great time for education with Jupiter in the 9th house aspecting the 5th house. Also, you could begin a new romance with Jupiter aspecting the 5th house of romance as the 5th Lord of romance. Alright. That's what I have for you, though, Leo. Moving on to Virgo. Virgo. 1 second. I need a drink. Okay, Virgo. So, Jupiter is retrograde in your 9th house in the sign of Taurus. Now, when a planet is retrograde outside of Mercury, it behaves like it's in the previous house. So Jupiter is going to exert its influence on Aries. It will act like it's transiting in Aries, your 8th house. Now, Jupiter is your 4th and 7th lord, transiting in the 8th house. So, with this, we see, first off, 8th house. 8th house is your in-laws, joint finances and relationships and in business. It's other people's money. It's taxes. It's sex. It's death. It's wills, inheritance, estates, legacies. It's the occult. It's research. It's sun ups and downs and transformation. It's psychological baggage. It's surgeries. So, with Jupiter retrograding from the 9th house, moving towards the 8th, behaving like it's in the 8th, we see psychological baggage tied to your father could come up. We see your father could deal with sun ups and downs during this time. We see that your father could need a surgery, but that would go well for him. Reason being, Jupiter is blessing and protecting the 8th house of surgery. Now, the 9th lord, not the 9th lord, Jupiter from the 9th house in the 8th house. Here, luck is transforming. There could be a sudden change of your luck. Luck could suddenly turn around for the better. Here, your education could require you to do research. Maybe you're receiving education tied to the occult, especially if you're watching me. Now, Jupiter being the 4th lord in the 8th house. Here there can be a sudden change of home. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you're getting a new home. There can be a transformation of your home. With the 4th lord being in the 8th house, maybe mother needs a surgery. Once again, if mother needs a surgery, that would go well because Jupiter is protecting the house of surgeries. Here we see joint finances in relationships and in business are expanding. But here we see there can be that big transformation taking place of your religious views, your philosophical views. Because Jupiter is retrograding from the 9th house. Maybe you're having a shift in perspective that's having you think differently about things. Also, Jupiter's your 7th lord in the 8th house. So, during this time, for business, this is very good. This means you are earning through your business. Business is going into the house of business earnings. That's good. That means you're making money from your clients. But this also shows spouse is going to be more focused on their family than you. Spouse now wants to focus on their family, your in-laws. Spouse could need a surgery even. Once again, that would go well if that's the case. But on the negative, for some of you, this does show a relationship could end. Okay, but now let's talk about the aspects of Jupiter. So Jupiter has a 5th, a 7th, and a 9th aspect. So the 5th aspect is falling on the 12th house. 12th house is bed pleasure, sex, and sleep. It's spirituality. It's isolation. anywhere you feel isolated. Jails, hospitals, asylums, monasteries. Twelfth house is losses of all kinds, including financial. It's investing, because in order to make money, when you invest, you have to temporarily lose money. 12th house is foreign people, foreign lands, multinational companies. So, here we see Jupiter is helping you pursue spirituality during this time. Jupiter is, helping you if you need a surgery. If anyone you know needs a surgery, is aspecting the 12th house of hospitals. Helping once again. Here Jupiter is expanding your investments. Jupiter is helping you travel, if that's what you're wanting to do. Travel to foreign lands. Jupiter is expanding your losses. Why? Jupiter is the guru. His main job is to teach you a lesson. So now you have to learn how to deal with these losses, how to overcome them. But Jupiter is a benefic, so Jupiter is going to help you overcome these losses. But first you have to go through it. Now, Jupiter is also going to aspect your second house with his 7th aspect. So second house is your family. It's your finances, your earnings, your savings. So here we see Jupiter is expanding the family. Here family is blessed and protected. By expanding the family, what do I mean? Maybe some of your family members are having children. Here we see your earnings, your savings, your finances, your bank account are expanding. Remember, you're going to have to deal with those heavy losses, but Jupiter is still providing a way to combat them. So be smart with your finances. Jupiter's trying to help you. After you learn your lesson. You go through the struggle, and Jupiter's going to help you overcome the struggle. Now, Jupiter is also going to aspect your 4th house with its 9th aspect. So 4th house is your mother figures. 4th house is home, land, real estate. It's vehicles. It's your comfort and your happiness. So here, Jupiter is blessing and protecting your mother. Blessing and protecting your home and your vehicles. So here we see also that your home could expand. Meaning, you could be renovating your home or getting a new home. You could be getting a new car. Here, Jupiter is protecting your comfort and your happiness. And even expanding it. Helping you feel happier in life. Alright. That's what I have for you, Virgo. Moving on to Libra. Alright, Libra. So, Libra, for you, Jupiter is retrograde in the 8th house in the sign of Taurus. But when a planet retrogrades outside of Mercury, it behaves like it's in the previous sign and house. So Jupiter is going to act like it's in your 7th house. 7th house of relationships, marriage, business partner. 7th house of the masses. And Jupiter is your 3rd and your 6th lord in the 7th house. So, what do we see with this? Well, Jupiter is carrying that energy of the 8th house into the 7th house. So it's showing now is the time to transform your relationship, your business, your reputation. Because 7th house is 10th from the 10th. It's the higher form of your status and your fame. So here we see there may have been conflict in your relationship. And there will be some conflict with Jupiter being the 6th lord in the 7th house. Here we see your spouse could need a surgery because of some health issue, with Jupiter being the 6th lord and retrograding from the 8th house. But Jupiter blesses and protects. So here we see spouse will be okay. Spouse is protected. Here we see a relationship that ended could be being revived, because Jupiter is going back from the 8th house. But there are some conflicts to work out, with Jupiter being the 6th lord in the 7th house. The 3rd lord of effort is in the 7th house. Effort will have to be put into your relationship, into your business. You will have to communicate to resolve these issues. Now, Jupiter is also going to have a 5th, 7th, and 9th aspect, but it will aspect like it's from the sign of Aries. So, 5th aspect is going to fall in your 11th house. 11th house is your elder siblings. It's your friends, your network circle. It's stock market. It's gains. It's your hopes, wishes, and desires. It's also your paternal aunts and uncles. So, here we see your paternal aunts and uncles, your elder siblings, your friends are protected. Here we see there can be an expansion of your network circle, of your friends. An expansion of a large organization that you're a part of. An expansion of your gains. Here Jupiter is helping you fulfill your hopes, wishes, and desires. And we also see things will go very well for your elder siblings. I think I already said that, but needed saying twice. Alright. Now the 7th aspect is falling on your 1st house. So, 1st house is you. Your physical body, your health. So here we see you are protected. You are blessed during this time. Jupiter is helping you out. From the 7th house, though. So we see this is going to be tied to your relationship. So Jupiter is trying to help you out in this area of life. But Jupiter is the guru. First, you have to learn a lesson. In order for Jupiter to have any chance of correcting something here. Alright. But Jupiter is also expansion. So, one thing you might notice here with Jupiter's aspect on the 1st house, you could gain weight. So be careful if you don't want that to happen. Now, Jupiter's 9th aspect is going to fall in the 3rd house. So 3rd house is your younger siblings. It's your cousins. It's your neighbors. It's communication of all kinds, including writing. It's marketing, sales. It's 8th from the 8th. So it's the higher form of sun ups and downs and transformation. Transformation through self-effort. Because the 3rd house is the house of effort. 3rd house is media. Social media, internet. It's travel. Especially short distance travel. But it's also 12th from the 4th house. Furthest place away from your homeland. It's a house of skills. It's art, sports. So here we see your younger siblings, your cousins, they're protected. Here we see you could learn more skills during this time. Here we see Jupiter is expanding your efforts, giving you the ability to put in more effort, to transform your life. Now you have the opportunity to put more energy in, to hopefully reap the benefits of. Here, Jupiter is helping you acquire more skills. Do better with your art. Do better in sports. Alright. So what I have for you though, Libra. Moving on to Scorpio. Alright, Scorpio. So, Jupiter is retrograding in your 7th house in the sign of Taurus. But when a planet retrogrades outside of Mercury, it behaves like it's in the previous house. So, Jupiter is going to act like it's in Aries, your 6th house. Now, Jupiter is bringing with it the energy of that 7th house, though. So, 7th house is relationships and business. And now Jupiter is bringing this energy into the 6th house. 6th house is maternal aunts and uncles. It's your pets. It's your coworkers. It's your everyday work, everyday routines. It's health issues, accidents. It's your enemies. It's debt. It's competition. So this is a house of sports. It's conflict. Legal disputes. So here we see Jupiter bringing its energy from the 7th house. Conflicts in relationships and in marriage. Hopefully they are being resolved. Jupiter is giving you the chance. Here we see there is an expansion of the 6th house. Now, this could sound like a bad thing, but Jupiter is coming from the 7th house of business clients. So in the 12th house from the 7th house, we see clients are having expanded losses. This could actually help you financially if you're in business. Here we see maternal aunts and uncles are protected. Pets are protected. Coworkers are protected. Jupiter is expanding your ability to have pets. Maybe you're getting more pets. Jupiter is helping you deal with health issues, overcome accidents. But there are some negatives here. Jupiter is expanding your enemies. Jupiter is expanding your debt. Why? Jupiter is the guru. Jupiter is here to teach you a lesson. You have to learn. You have to learn how to deal with your enemies, how to combat them. You have to learn how to overcome your debt. But Jupiter is a benefic. Jupiter is going to help you overcome these hurdles. But Jupiter does have to put those hurdles in your way for you to learn. Now, 6th house, though, is work in general. So here Jupiter is expanding your work. Especially if you're in business. This is a great transit. Alright. Now, let's talk about the aspects. Jupiter is going to have a 5th, 7th, and a 9th aspect. But Jupiter will aspect from the sign of Aries, not the sign of Taurus. So, Jupiter's 5th aspect is going to fall in the 10th house of career and status. 10th house of workplace, your managers, your bosses, government, especially national government. 10th house is the highest house of karma. It's your karmic actions that the world notices. So even if you're retired or don't work, this still applies. This house is still important. So here we see an expansion of career is taking place. An expansion of your status and your fame. Now, by fame, does that mean you're going to instantly become famous? No, you have to have placements for that. But this does show there can be an expansion of your reputation in the world. Here your career is being blessed and protected. Here Jupiter is helping you perform the karmic actions that you need to perform in this life. And that expansion of your career and status is taking place. So this is very good for work. Now the 7th aspect of Jupiter is going to fall in your 12th house. So 12th house is bed pleasure, sex and sleep. It's spirituality. It's isolation. Anywhere you feel isolated. Jails, hospitals, asylums, monasteries. 12th house is losses of all kinds, including financial. It's investments, because in order to make money from investing, you have to temporarily lose money. 12th house is foreign lands, foreign people. It's multinational companies. So, with Jupiter aspecting here, we see Jupiter is helping you become more spiritual. Jupiter is helping you sleep better. But Jupiter is also showing that you might feel more isolated, maybe because you're so focused on work. Jupiter is expanding your losses. And yes, that's not a particularly good thing. But remember, Jupiter will help you overcome these losses as well. Maybe you're having expanded losses because your debt is expanding. But Jupiter is also expanding your investments. So if you have money invested, this will be good. Okay. Also, if you work for a multinational company in particular, this is good. This aspect. Because that company is expanding. Hopefully that will help you. Alright. Now, 9th aspect of Jupiter is going to fall in the 2nd house. So 2nd house is your family. It's your earnings, your savings, your bank account, your finances. So, with this, we see Jupiter's blessing in protecting your family. Your family could even expand during this time, meaning some of your family members could have children. 2nd house is money. So here, your money is protected by Jupiter and even expanding. Remember what I said, you may have debt expanding, you may have losses expanding, but your income is expanding as well to help you combat these. Jupiter is giving you a chance. Don't waste it. Alright, moving on to Sagittarius. Alright, Sagittarius, 1 second. I need a drink. Okay, so. Alright, Jupiter is retrograding in the sign of Taurus, your 6th house. But when a planet retrogrades outside of Mercury, it behaves like it's in the previous house. So, Jupiter is going to behave like it's in the sign of Aries, your 5th house. But Jupiter is going to bring that energy of the 6th house into the 5th house. So, 5th house. 5th house is romance, fun and games, children, students, subordinates. 5th house is education. It's creativity, arts, sports. 5th house is speculative gain through stock market, through gambling, through business. 5th house is politics. So, Jupiter is also your 1st and your 4th lord transiting here. Now, with this, we see, first off, there can be health issues that your children are dealing with, because Jupiter is bringing the energy of the 6th house into the 5th house. But Jupiter is blessing and protecting the 5th house, so your children will be okay. Jupiter is helping out. There will be struggles, but Jupiter is going to help you overcome those struggles. Going to help your children overcome those struggles. Here, if you're involved in competitive exams, if you're involved in sports, Jupiter is retrograding from the 6th house of competition into the 5th house of sports. This can be very good for competitive sports. Because here, Jupiter is giving you the ability to fight. Here, we see you can have children during this time period if your planetary and sign-based time periods or dashas are supporting. Because Jupiter is the main significator of children in the 5th house of children. Here we see speculative gains are expanding. So definitely you can make money through those avenues. Through gambling, through stock market, through business. But be responsible. Don't be an idiot. And this is not financial advice. Or so I'm legally required to say. Alright. Now, 5th house is also education. So Jupiter is going to expand your education. Jupiter is going to help you in your education. This is very good. Jupiter could be helping you when it comes to debt tied to your education. Because Jupiter is retrograding from the 6th house of debt into the 5th house of education. Also, we see you could have been dealing with obstacles in romance, but now maybe you're not dealing with those obstacles. Instead of being so focused on work, on your debt, on combating your enemies, now maybe you're able to enjoy life a bit more. Have fun. Enjoy romance. Now, Jupiter is going to have a 5th, a 7th, and a 9th aspect. So let's talk about those. So the 5th aspect, first off, Jupiter is going to aspect from the sign of Aries during this transit. So, 5th aspect is going to fall in the 9th house, sign of Leo. So 9th house is your father figures. It's your mentors, teachers, gurus. It's religion, philosophy, the law. 9th house is long distance travel, pilgrimage. It's publishing. It's your luck and your fortune. So here we see Jupiter is blessing and protecting your father, your mentors, your teachers. Jupiter is greatly helping your education because 9th house is higher education. Like beyond a bachelor's degree or outside of school education. Here we see Jupiter is helping you pursue your religious pursuits, your philosophical pursuits. Jupiter is helping you in legal matters, especially if you're involved in a legal case tied to children, because Jupiter is retrograding from the 6th house of legal disputes into the 5th house of children and aspecting the 9th house of the law. This is how we connect these dots. Here we see your luck and your fortune is expanding during this time. Because Jupiter is expanding that area of life. Expanding your education. Now, 7th aspect of Jupiter is going to fall in the 11th house. So 11th house is your elder siblings, your paternal aunts and uncles. It's your friends, your network circle, large organizations. It's gains, it's stock market, it's your hopes, your wishes, and your desires. So here we see Jupiter is blessing and protecting your elder siblings, your friends, your network circle, large organizations that you're a part of. Jupiter is expanding your friends, your network circle, the large organizations you're a part of. Jupiter is expanding your gains. Jupiter is helping you fulfill your hopes, wishes, and desires. Now, Jupiter is also going to have a 9th aspect falling on the 1st house. So 1st house is you, your physical health, your body. So Jupiter is blessing and protecting you during this time. Jupiter is helping you when it comes to your health. Jupiter is also expanding your body. If you're not careful, you can gain weight during this time. Be careful with that. But Jupiter is also trying to provide you that comfort and happiness, because because it's also your 4th lord. Jupiter's trying to help you have more fun in life because it's aspecting from the 5th house. But alright, that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Moving on to Capricorn. Alright, Capricorn. So, Jupiter is retrograde in the 5th house in the sign of Taurus. But when a planet retrogrades outside of Mercury, it behaves like it's in the previous sign and house. So, Jupiter is going to behave like it's in the sign of Aries, your 4th house. But it's still bringing that energy of the 5th house into the 4th house. So, with this, there's a few things we see. But first, Jupiter is also your 12th and your 3rd lord. Now, 4th house. 4th house is your mother figures. It's home, land, real estate. It's vehicles. It's your comfort and your happiness. But Jupiter is retrograding here. So, one thing we see with this is children may spend more time at home because Jupiter is retrograding from the 5th house of children into the 4th house of home. Your mother may get to spend more time with your children. So maybe your children are getting to see their grandma more. Here we see Jupiter is retrograding from the 5th house of speculative gain into the 4th house. Maybe you're getting speculative gains through real estate. Possibly through vehicles. Here, maybe you're educating yourself in real estate, in vehicles. Maybe you're trying to become a mechanic. But now you want to spend more time at home with Jupiter moving back into the 4th house. And here we see there could be investing into a home, investing into land and real estate. Because the 12th lord of investments is in the 4th house. You're having to put more effort into your home because the 3rd lord is in the 4th house. But we also see your mother could be dealing with some losses during this time, with that 12th lord being in the 4th house. Here there can be more spiritual pursuits within the home. But we also see mother is protected. Home, land, real estate, vehicles are protected. Your comfort and happiness is protected and they're expanding. Same thing with vehicles, same thing with home. Maybe you're renovating a home, getting a new car. Overall, this is a pretty good transit for you. But let's talk about the aspects of Jupiter. Jupiter is going to have a 5th, a 7th, and a 9th aspect. So, the 5th aspect is going to fall in the 8th house, because Jupiter will aspect from the sign of Aries. So, 8th house is your in-laws, joint finances in relationships and in business. 8th house is a house of sex. It's other people's money. It's taxes. It's death, wills, inheritance, estates, legacies. It's sudden ups and downs and transformation. It's surgeries. It's psychological baggage. It's the occult. And it's research. So here we see Jupiter is blessing and protecting your in-laws. Jupiter is protecting your joint finances. In relationships and in business. Jupiter is expanding your joint finances. If you need a surgery, or if your mother needs a surgery, because Jupiter is going to be in the 4th house. Or your children, because Jupiter is retrograding from the 5th house. We see Jupiter is helping. Jupiter is helping that surgery go well. We also see Jupiter is helping you transform something in your life. Jupiter is helping you in your occult pursuits, in your research. Now, Jupiter also has a 7th aspect falling on your 10th house. So 10th house is your career, your status, your fame. It's your workplace, your managers, your bosses. It's government, especially national government. So here it's also your karmic actions that the world notices. It's the highest house of karma. So even if you're retired or don't work, this house still matters. Okay. So, with Jupiter aspecting here, we see an expansion of your career taking place. An expansion of your status and your fame. Does that mean you're going to become famous? No, not necessarily. You have to have those specific placements in your chart. But it does mean your reputation out in the world will improve. Even if it's just in your local community. But here we see your career is blessed and protected. Jupiter is helping you perform your karma. Now, Jupiter is also going to aspect your 12th house with its 9th aspect. So 12th house. 12th house is bed pleasure, sex and sleep. It's spirituality. It's isolation. Anywhere you feel isolated. Jails, hospitals, asylums, monasteries. It's losses of all kinds, including financial. It's investing, because when you invest money, you have to temporarily lose money before you make anything. It's foreign people, foreign lands, multinational companies. So with Jupiter aspecting the 12th house, here we see spiritual pursuits go well during this time. Here we see you sleep more soundly. Maybe you're having a better sex life with Jupiter aspecting the 8th house of sex and the 12th house of sex. Jupiter is having you be more secluded during this time because Jupiter is in the 4th house, aspecting the 8th and 12th house. These are hidden houses. So when you're not focusing on your career, you're spending most of your time at home or just sticking to yourself. Jupiter is expanding your losses. Now, why? Well, Jupiter is the guru. His main job is to teach you. So now he is teaching you. You have to face these losses. But in exchange, Jupiter is helping your home, helping your career. This will eventually result in financial gain for you. But for now, you gotta deal with these losses. But if you have money invested, Jupiter expands your investments with this aspect. Okay. That's what I have for you though, Capricorn. Moving on to Aquarius. Alright, Aquarius. 1 second. I need a drink. Alright. So, Jupiter is retrograding in the sign of Taurus, your 4th house. Now, Jupiter is your 11th and your 2nd lord. Now, when a planet retrogrades outside of Mercury, it exerts its energy in the previous house and sign. So Jupiter is going to be transiting in Aries, your 3rd house. But Jupiter will be bringing the energy of that 4th house into the 3rd house. Okay. So, 3rd house. 3rd house is your younger siblings. It's your cousins, your neighbors. 3rd house is your skills. It's arts, it's sports. It's communication of all kinds, including writing. It's travel, especially short distance travel, but it can even be foreign travel because it's 12th from the 4th house, furthest place away from your homeland. 3rd house is the higher form of sudden ups and downs and transformation because it's 8th from the 8th. It's transformation through self-effort. 3rd house is also marketing and sales. So with this, we see Jupiter retrograding into this house. We see Jupiter is showing that there's losses tied to the 4th house because Jupiter is going 12 places away from itself. Here we see Mother isn't focused on you so much anymore. Now Mother is more focused on your younger siblings. Here we see a loss of the home. Now what could that mean? Maybe you're traveling to far off places. Maybe you're having to put a lot more effort in having that comfort and happiness that the 4th house usually provides. But Jupiter is showing you need to put that effort in. That's why he's retrograding. Showing that you have to work harder for this right now. Because if you don't, things will be worse in the long run. Here we see Jupiter is blessing and protecting your younger siblings, your cousins. Jupiter is helping you expand your skills. Jupiter is helping you in your art, in your sports. Jupiter is helping protect you while you travel. Jupiter is helping your communication convey more wisdom. Also, 3rd house is media, social media. So Jupiter is expanding your media presence if you're involved in that. Now, let's talk about the aspects of Jupiter. So, Jupiter has a 5th, a 7th, and a 9th aspect. But Jupiter is going to aspect like it's in the sign of Aries. So, 5th aspect is falling on your 7th house. 7th house is relationships, marriage, business partner, the masses. So here we see Jupiter is blessing and protecting your relationship. Jupiter is helping you in that regard. Jupiter is blessing and protecting your business. Helping expand your business because Jupiter is expansion. Also, Jupiter is your 11th lord, aspecting the 7th house. Here we see you could be communicating with the masses, with large groups of people with this. So, if you're involved in social media, marketing, sales, if you're in business, this is a great transit for you. Also, if you're not in a relationship, then Jupiter can help you get into one with this transit. But only if your dasha or your planetary or sign-based time period are supporting. Now, 7th aspect of Jupiter is falling on the 9th house. 9th house is your father figures. It's religion, philosophy, the law. It's higher education. It's long distance travel. It's pilgrimage. It's your luck and your fortune. And it's also publishing. So here we see your father is blessed and protected. 9th house is also your teachers, mentors, and gurus. They're also blessed and protected. You could be having a lot more involvement with them, communicating with them a lot more. We see your education here is expanding. You're learning more during this time. Definitely you could be traveling because Jupiter is retrograding into the 3rd house and aspecting the 9th. Both are houses tied to travel. So definitely you could be traveling. Also, 3rd house is writing. 9th house is publishing. If you want to publish something during this time, this is a great time to do it. Jupiter is helping your religious pursuits, your philosophical pursuits. Jupiter is expanding your luck and your fortune during this time. So Jupiter is even helping you feel more lucky. Be more lucky. Now, Jupiter's 9th aspect is falling on your 11th house. So 11th house is your elder siblings. It's your friends, your network circle, large organizations. It's your paternal aunts and uncles. It's stock market, it's gains. It's your hopes, wishes, and desires. So, here we see Jupiter is blessing and protecting your elder siblings, your paternal aunts and uncles, your friends. Jupiter is expanding your network circle, expanding your friend circle, expanding large organizations that you're a part of. Maybe they're growing. Jupiter is expanding your gains, so you're gaining even more during this retrograde than you were before. Or at least you will be. Jupiter is helping you fulfill your hopes, wishes, and desires with this transit. Make good use of it. Alright, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Moving on to Pisces. Alright, Pisces. 1 second. I need a drink. Okay. Alright, Pisces. Now that my throat's not dying. So, Jupiter is retrograde in Taurus, your 3rd house. Now, when a planet retrogrades outside of Mercury, it behaves like it's in the previous house. So Jupiter is going to exert all of its energy like it's in the sign of Aries. But it will bring that 3rd house energy into the 2nd house. Now Jupiter is your 1st and your 10th lord. So we also have to take that into account. So with this, we see younger siblings. Well, first off, 2nd house. 2nd house is your family. It's your finances, your earnings, your savings. It's your speech. It's what you value. So, with Jupiter retrograding here, we see younger siblings are going to be more involved with the family. Maybe younger siblings are even helping you earn money during this time. Here we see you need to put forth more effort into making money because the 3rd lord is now in the 2nd house. Effort going into the 2nd house of money. Here we see your communication will be required to help you make more money, especially your speech. But here we see family is blessed, family is protected. Because Jupiter is there, family is expanding. What does this mean? It means family members could be having children. Or you could be even having children if your dasha or your planetary or sign-based time periods are supporting. Here we see your bank account is expanding, your earnings, your savings. Jupiter is expanding these areas for you. Your speech is going to convey more wisdom during this time because of Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is also your 1st and 10th lord. So here we see you are going to be heavily involved with your family during this transit. Here we see your career, your status is going to bring you more income. So this is a very good thing. And if you're retired, then you're going to have to perform some karmic actions on behalf of your family. Now, Jupiter is going to have a 5th, 7th, and 9th aspect. And Jupiter is going to aspect like it's from Aries, your 2nd house. So, the 5th aspect is going to fall in the 6th house. 6th house is your maternal aunts and uncles. It's your coworkers. It's your pets. It's your enemies. It's your debt. It's your everyday work, everyday routines. It's health issues and accidents. It's conflict, competition, so it's even a house of sports. It's a house of legal disputes. So, with Jupiter aspecting here, we see maternal aunts and uncles are protected and blessed. We see the same thing for your pets and your coworkers. Here, pets could expand, meaning you could get more pets. Here, work is expanding. This is a very work-focused transit because Jupiter is going, rules your 10th house of career and is aspecting the 6th and 10th house. This is going to be very significant for your work. Work will expand during this time. You may even feel overworked during this transit. But here we see your enemies are also going to expand. Same thing with your debt. Why? Well, Jupiter is the guru. He is here to teach you lessons primarily. So Jupiter is saying you have to learn how to combat your enemies. You have to learn how to overcome debt. But I'm a benefic. I'm going to help you do this. I will help you overcome these enemies. I will help you overcome that debt. Remember, Jupiter's expanding your work and your income. Alright. Jupiter is also blessing and protecting you from health issues and accidents. Helping you overcome these things. And Jupiter is even helping you in competition here. Now, 7th aspect of Jupiter is falling on the 8th house. 8th house is in-laws, joint finances in relationships and in business. 8th house is other people's money. It's taxes. It's sex. It's death. It's wills, inheritance, estates, legacies. 8th house is psychological baggage. It's surgeries. It's the occult. It's research. It's sun ups and downs and transformation. So here we see Jupiter is blessing and protecting your in-laws. Jupiter is protecting your joint finances and even expanding them. Jupiter is helping if you need a surgery. Jupiter is helping that go well for you. Jupiter is helping you pursue your occult pursuits. Whether you're trying to learn more astrology from yours truly, trying to become a tarot reader, a tantric expert. Jupiter is helping. Jupiter is helping you pursue research. Jupiter is helping you transform what you want to transform in your life. Now, Jupiter's 9th aspect is going to fall in the 10th house. 10th house of career, status, fame. Now, what do I mean by status and fame? Well, even if you're not famous or, deal with the public much, it still improves your reputation. 10th house is a house of your reputation. 10th house is your workplace, your managers, your bosses. It's your karmic actions that the world notices. It's the highest house of karma. So even if you're retired, it is still important. So with this aspect falling here, we see your career is expanding. Remember what I said, your work is going to expand during this time. Your fame, your status, your reputation are blessed and protected. Same with your career. Here your workplace is growing and expanding, meaning more work, which could be a very good thing. Same thing with your status. But yeah, that's what I have for you though, Pisces. Alright, that's what I have for all of you though. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. If you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.